Hey YouTube, what's going on? Matt Kennedy here, and right now doing a fun video. I want you all to rank my fantasy team for FanDuel. This pretty much is fantasy football, but like there's no work. So how FanDuel does it is 18 plus for this app, by the way. Um, how FanDuel does it is you don't make your lineup. It just takes the highest scores from your whole team, and it counts that for each position. So this was a three-man league, 25 bucks each. I told myself, you know what, I'm bored. I went to New York for a family reunion. It was a 6-hour car trip. Actually 5 hours, but still long enough. And I told myself, you know what, I know it's early. I know it's July. I know I'm doing this like 2 months early. You really should do your fantasy football drafts in like early September, like September 3rd, Labor Day weekend, all that stuff. Literally right before week one for injuries, trades, other stuff. But for a three-person league, it doesn't get that deep. So if someone gets injured, whatever. Like, these are all superstars. It's only a three-person league. So if one of these superstars gets hurt, forget it, right? So here we go. I want you all to be honest. Okay, my name is You Lost to a Janitor. That I made that like 4 years ago. That was just me being immature or whatever. But here we go. So I'm going to show you my team, and I got the first pick. So I picked John Taylor, and then in the second round, it's Snake, I got Dalvin Cook. So I got two really good running backs, right? The PPR is only 0.5, but Dalvin Cook and John Taylor, like that's what their team is based around, right? You can't say it's all about Matt Ryan or Kirk Cousins. Like it's pretty much Dalvin Cook and John Taylor, right? So my two running backs are so good, let alone I have the best quarterback in Josh Allen, right? Now, my wide receivers aren't the best, but they're still really stacked. Now, I also picked Najee Harris, who is also built around the Steelers team. My three top running backs are all built on that team. Like Najee Harris, Dalvin Cook, and John Taylor, that is the Steelers, Vikings, and Colts offense. I know there's Deontay Johnson and there's Pat Freiermuth and there's, Justin Jefferson and, Michael Pittman. They're good, but those running backs are going to get so much from me as long as they stay healthy. And the best part about it is they are literally going to be like, there's not much help. Like, I know there's Nyheim Hines or other stuff, but those three running backs, like, they get the carries, right? Like, they get the touches. And that's why it's so important to have them on my team. And they're all three different buys, which is very important. Even Alvin Kamara and Ezekiel Elliott, like Elliott for the 14th round pick. Now it's a three-man league only, but like, that's still great value, right? And I know he has Tony Pollard, but Elliott gets the goal line carries. And with the high-powered offense that Dallas has, they're going to be scoring a lot of points this year. Not to mention they love Elliott screens too. So, and then my last running back is more upside. ETN and Montgomery. Montgomery had a great year last year. And then ETN is really just upside. That's my one sleeper pick. Is I think that Doug Peterson is going to turn around Jacksonville. So my running back corpse is stacked. That is my most popular option. My quarterbacks with Josh Allen, number one fantasy quarterback easily, he is the heart and soul of that Bills team. So him, Murray, and Wilson, they all run and throw. So really double points, right? It's not like a pocket passer like Rodgers or whatever, or Brady. So being able to get both running and throwing points, Josh Allen, though, should be my quarterback for the whole year, unless he gets hurt, right? So my quarterbacks and running backs are the best in this league. There's no doubt about it. Now, wide receiver, tight ends, it's not that good. But because there's so many wide receivers and tight ends in the league, my wide receiving corpse is still stacked. We have Stephon Diggs, CeeDee Lamb, and Tyreek Hill. Three number one wide receivers in each of the teams. Now, the reason why CeeDee Lamb is now moving into a top wide receiver, there's no more Amari Cooper. So now you remove Cooper, Lamb is the number one target by far for Dak Prescott. So that's why I feel like he was worth it at that point. Keenan Allen, yeah, he has, Mike Williams, but he's still a top target for a great quarterback in Justin Herbert. Terry McLaurin, what a sleeper. He's really all they have. So what a great pick there. Hopkins, he's out for 6 games, but once he comes back, he's D-Hop. He's a top 3 receiver in the league. So in the 12th round, I took him. And then Juju, let's be honest here, it's either him or Kelce. I mean, McCole Hardman's good, but there's no more Tyreek Hill. Juju will get targets by the great Patrick Mahomes. They're a pass-first team. So my wide receivers, they're going to get so much production too. And then tight ends, I mean, Ertz is like above average, but Waller and Kittle, they're both top 5 tight ends. So yeah, it's not, Mark Andrews or it's not Travis Kelce. I would say those are the top 2 options. I still got the third best, that's Tinder there, in Darren Waller, dude. So I'm telling you right now, bro, my freaking team is really good. I don't see how I'm going to lose. And then the top quarterback is scored every week. The top 2 running backs, 3 wide receivers, 1 tight end, and 2 flex. So that's what's scored every week. So only 2 running backs are scored every week. Out of all these running backs, there's going to be 2 every week that go off. I have too many running back ones in fantasy football. And then quarterbacks, one of these quarterbacks will go off every week, okay? And then same with wide receivers stuff, right? So here are the other teams, which they are really good too. But like, to be honest, just going through these really quick. So Mahomes, Herbert, and Prescott, yeah, they're great. But keep in mind, these guys don't run as much as Murray and Allen. I got Allen, baby. Running backs, these running backs are all still really good. Henry, Mixon, Swift, Chubb, Barkley. But Barkley, inconsistent. Williams, not really. Like, he's good, but is he like running back 1? I mean, I'd rather have Elliott than him. Nick Chubb splits with Kareem Hunt, but still great. Swift, Lions are too fringe. Again, Mixon, he's really good, but they have Joe Burrow and they pass the ball a lot. Henry, really no excuse. That is really a great player there. Elijah Mitchell, it's more of a system running back, right, for the Niners, okay? So it's like his running backs aren't really that great. I killed him in running backs, but his wide receivers are really good. Cooper Kupp, Adams, Debo, that's really good. I'll give him that 100%. That's 10 plus points easily every week. Pittman, Metcalf. Now, here's the problem with Pittman and Metcalf. They're inconsistent. You're not going to get those 15 points every week, especially with Drew Lock or Geno Smith, the quarterback. Cortland Sutton, I like that because now you have Russell Wilson. But again, I still feel like Sutton, he's not like a reputable every week like Keenan Allen, right? Amari Cooper, we'll see who plays, Watson or Brissett, right? But still, a great, great, great number 1 wide receiving corpse goes to my opponent right there. This guy's name is Tom Nagy. And then he does have Kelce and Pitts, which is the best tight end corpse probably because of Kelce. So this guy wins wide receivers and tight ends, but I win quarterbacks and running backs. And the third guy is kind of a hybrid. Jackson and Hurts can run, throw. They have those kind of points. Still really good quarterbacks, but I would say he has third place for quarterbacks. Running backs, they all are really good, but again, Fournette. Wait, is Ronald Jones still a Buccaneer? If he is, then the Bucs still split, even though Fournette is dominant. They still split by definition. Aaron Jones splits. James Conner is the leading guy, but again, inconsistent, right? He had a great year last year, but I would still say inconsistent. Cam Akers, I mean, they still split, right? They have Sony Michel, other shit. So it's like, and then Eckler is also very injury prone, and then also they don't really run the ball that much. It's mainly just screens with Eckler, right? So McCaffrey is a top one. But like, wide receivers, they're good, but like, I'd rather have Tyreek Hill than Waddle. DJ Moore, quarterback inconsistency. Mike Williams, I'd rather have Keenan Allen. A.J. Brown is really good, but again, new system, it's risky. T. Higgins is really good, but not as good as Jamar Chase. Mike Evans. So again, this is a great wide receiving corpse, but like not as good as the one from Tom Nagy. And then tight ends, I mean, I would say Andrews is number 2 after Kelce. But dude, I don't see how my team can lose. I have Josh Allen. These running backs are so stacked. And then I guess ETN does split with what's his name, James Robinson, but Robinson's coming off an injury, and they said ETN's gonna have a breakout year this year and great production. So in general, bro, give me and my wide receivers are all good, dude. So like give me your thoughts. Did I dominate this draft? It's a 25 buck league. So if I end up winning this, I'm going to win 42 bucks profit. Give me your thoughts. Only 3 people, one will win. It's really just who gets the most points in the whole regular season. From weeks 1 to 18, who gets the most points total. So hopefully I win. I think I should. I think I dominated my draft. Give me your thoughts. Peace.